Okay, so this level is the same as a small Mario at the start. Just do the small jump over this Koopa right here. But for this part, you sometimes need to do a duck jump, like in this case you're about to see. If the hammer bro moves backwards, then he like winds up his boomerang shot like pretty early. You can like tell he's gonna throw it. In which case you must do a duck jump so you don't take damage most of the time. Okay, right after that, you want to land as far to the left as you can on this J block to be fast. Like landing sooner is a bit faster, obviously. Okay, so after that, you want to jump on this Koopa. Then after jumping on this Koopa, you want to be very precise where you land here on these bricks. Not too far to the right, not too far to the left, but ultimately as close to the Koopa as you possibly can get. And after that, you grab it and jump right after. So the reason why it's important to be precise with that is because, let's say, well, if you land too far to the right, you're just gonna like bop the Koopa, like you're gonna land on it, and it's gonna go to the right. If you land too far to the left, you won't have enough space to grab the shell and jump, because the thing about the jump after grabbing the shell is you gotta do it like as soon as you can after landing, like not too late, or else you're just not gonna get P-speed. So if you're too far to the left, you might not have enough room to like both grab the shell and have enough room to like get P-speed in time. So yes, make sure you're like pretty precise with that, otherwise it will probably not work. Okay, so after that, do like whatever jump over to these blocks, and once you're on top of the second wooden block, like in the middle of the second wooden block, you do a full jump. After that, let's say like do a full jump there. Let's say like halfway. I don't have any cue for this, but let's just like say around halfway before the peak of your jump, with this full jump, you throw the shell. It's kind of it's a little specific. You just got to get a feel for it, I think. But yeah, I have no cue for it. I can really give. Then you'll hit the block like that. Okay, so after getting this power up, you're gonna land on this pillar to the right. And just one small optimization for this is you want to press A as not as soon, but as late as you can. Not too late so that you go into the pillar and don't get on it. That'd be too late. But just late enough so that you get a few frames, which would be faster than just like pressing A right after getting the power up, because yeah, that'd be a bit slower. Okay, so the next jump doesn't matter. You're gonna jump off this pillar again. It can be like anywhere on top of the pillar. Doesn't even matter. You just gotta tap A. You're like a little bit off the pillar too, but not too far to the right, because if you jump too far to the right, you can actually jump over this next pillar and straight into this hole, which I did not do there. So let's do it. Should look like that. Okay, so here, just look at this. Look at where this Boomerang bro is, wherever he is when you're doing this. So let's you might move backwards sometimes, so you can't just like jump from the same spot here every time, because if you jump too early, like if you expect him to move forwards and you do the early jump, you might like bounce on him if he happens to be moving backwards. So yes, make sure you can see him before you jump. Okay, so now anywhere within like this point to this point-ish, or just anywhere before the Goombas, and that point, you want to do a jump. You want your jump to land you on this white block. So you want to like land on this white block as soon as you can, like your feet want to be on it as soon as you can. So yeah, that's just the main objective of that. Okay, and after that, like right as you land, you're going to be like tail whipping this Koopa. And there's something I have to note about this that you might find difficult. So, hold on. Okay, so the white block you must be holding down to get through it, obviously, and you gotta tail whip the Koopa. But the thing about tail whipping is that your tail whip will be cancelled if you are pressing down at all. So you gotta press down after you can physically like feel or see that the Koopa has been like officially bopped. Afterwards, you can just like just keep holding down. So yes, make sure like get the timing for that right, because yeah, it can really fuck you up if you like press down too early. But you also want to be optimized and like So yeah. So after that, you want to like try to get really far to the right on this block. You want to be especially far to the right, or else you might not be able to grab the shell. It can be kind of scary, but you can get it after a while. So after grabbing the shell, immediately after, so you're gonna be setting up your camera for a visual cue. So if you go like to the left or right, it'll advance the camera in that direction. So that's important because here you can see I will like approach to the left from the right. Kind of slowly right there, because you can't really approach from the left, or you can't like go to the left then go back to the right, because the camera will be off. So you want to like advance the camera just by like tapping left around this edge. And then you want to make sure that your feet are lined up, like this is a perfect example. You want to make sure the tips of your toes are like lined up with the edge of this white block. And that'll set up this visual cue pretty well, because what you're going to do for this, look at this Goomba. One thing you'll notice about this Goomba is that his eyebrow, I guess it's kind of hard to see, but like, let's just say like, so the visual cue is like halfway through his eyebrow, his right eyebrow that is, so right there. Once this red line is like on the edge of the screen right here, like there, that's when you run. So like once like half of his eyebrow gets devoured by the left side of the screen, that's when you start running to the right. It should look like this. So I'm going to show the backup for if you miss getting the shell on the white block. So when you kill the Koopa on bottom, you're going to not use the shell, but you're going to do a tail whip. It's going to look like this. So it's very precise because the P meter does not have a huge window for you to do this tail whip, and also like not fuck you out of your arrow. Like here I got it like pretty smoothly, like that. But a lot of the time you can like not have that and like lose an arrow and be kind of slow. But yeah, that's the backup you can do. Just be sure to like, I don't know, you can like kind of get used to how the P meter works and like kind of do your tail up in between the arrows building. Just kind of precise and hard. But I'm just gonna point that out, that that's something you can do. Makes it so you don't like lose any time. So in this level, there's an additional time save you can do. There's a 3-frame time save by tail whipping the second Boomerang Bro rather than jumping over him. So basically what you gotta do is just, once you get past that pillar, you just need to look at the Hero Bro and what he's doing. Sometimes you can just see which direction he's moving in, then use that information to know when to tail whip. So there's like a few instances, like he moves backwards or forwards, you can react to it in time and it's fine. However, all of the time he'll just stand still and not indicate the direction in which he'll move, in which case you'll need to just predict which direction he moves into. I usually guess he's going to move forwards, but he can also move backwards a lot of the time. So that's like one of the main bad things about doing this tail up. You can just kind of lose around to having like a false prediction on which direction he's going to move into. So yeah, but also another thing to note is that the direction that he moves is actually kind of influenced by the World 1 starting frame you use. So this particular one right here, typically when you get to 1-3, he should move forwards most of the time. Although if you're pretty unlucky, this will not be the case for a lot of your runs. But yeah, essentially, just like different frames can have different odds and stuff, and also depends like how fast you were before that part in 1-3 and stuff, and just Alright, so that's all. See ya.